Welcome back to the Past My Prime YouTube channel, Dustin Prime here. And it's April. Easter is fast approaching, so of course, all the content creators have to come out with Easter-themed content. But is it content or is it slop? We see this for every type of seasonal activity, regardless if it's Easter, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Christmas. Like back when we covered holiday overspending and Christmas hauls, things of that nature. And the level that some of this content gets to is pretty atrocious. And so you start to ask yourself, well, what is it pointing back to? And I think the answer is kind of obvious: TikTok Shop. But not just that. Also, check out my other storefront on this page, or my Amazon store over here. It's all the same thing, just commercialized overconsumption of products because it happens to be a certain holiday. And you see it in the retail stores, so why wouldn't you see it online? And I think we've really evolved away from candy and like a chocolate bunny to just straight out gifts for Easter. And on some levels, it's pretty disturbing. But what do you think? Let's find out.
I have put together the ultimate tween Easter basket to hopefully make your shopping a little bit easier. So let's go through it and see what's inside. You can't have Easter without a bunny, and inside this little tin can is the cutest little bunny Lulu keychain, and everyone is going crazy over these because they are so soft and they are adorable. Like, look at his little paws. And it is a keychain, so they can attach it to their backpack. And then we have a 3-pack of coloring books. This is a build your own bundle, so you get to choose which 3 books you want. And these are all bold, easy, simple designs, which I love. And then you also get an 8-pack of Ohuhu alcohol markers with it. Mystery dragon eggs are always super popular for Easter because they are shaped like an Easter egg. These are all mystery, so you don't know what color egg you're going to get or what color the baby dragon is going to be on the inside. Gratitude journals is a great way to get into journaling because it's super simple. This is a 52-week non-dated journal, so you can start using it whenever you get it, and you don't have to wait for like a new day, a new week, or a new month. You have some prompts on each page, and then you also have 4 pages of really cute
I guess
stickers.
That's good for a teenager.
Everyone is obsessed with Neatos because you can pinch them, you can poke them, you can squeeze them, and they are just really fun to play with. This is the ultimate pet collection. You have cats, you have dogs, and you even have a little pig right there. And this is a 6-pack, but technically you're getting more than 6 because 2 of them are a 3-pack. And then we have a 3D printed beehive, and inside you have the cutest little miniature animals. And of course you can't have an Easter basket without a squishmallow because everyone is obsessed with these. This is actually a heating pad, so you can take the pad out and pop it in the microwave so you can have warm, cozy snuggles. And all of these items are from TikTok Shop. They are linked in this video, so you can just add them all to one order and then be done.
Exactly. You can just add it all in one click to the whole order. Be done. So, of course, all the content is just targeted to get you to the TikTok Shop at the end. And so that was directed towards a tween, so an early teenager, you know, between like 10, 11, 12. And I would say the only thing useful out of there would be the journal. She covered a mystery dragon egg that just comes with a 3D printed dragon. I mean, what does this have to do with Easter? And then a little 3D printed honey pot that just has little animals in it for some weird reason. It's like, okay, I guess that's cute for decorating up a desk or something like that. But it's like, are we missing the point here? And then, yes, these little Neatos that looked like they were some sort of like fidget stress toy or something like that. So, you know, it was probably about 10 years ago when the fidget spinners were really popping off and like everybody had them. You could say those was like an early form of slop. And they were huge. They were at like gas stations, every single type of retail store you could imagine. Always right there in the checkout lane. And then, yeah, coloring books for young teenagers. So, I mean, my daughter, she's only 10, but she doesn't really do coloring books at all anymore. She'd much rather do her own stuff, but hey, maybe that's just her. But even thinking back to when I was a kid that age and just getting an Easter basket that had like a Cadbury egg in it, which were the best, by the way, and then like a chocolate bunny or just a little thing of jelly beans. It was like I appreciated that. So when did this evolve into gifts? I mean, a Squishmallow heating pad? But it's like you're asking these questions. It's like, what is these gifts for? But we already covered the answer. It's because they're available in like the TikTok Shop there. And they're popular brands, so they're gonna drive sales. Like that coloring book series is one of the most popular coloring books on Amazon. And it like blew up the last couple years. And there's been periods of time where like Squishmallows were sold out everywhere because they were so popular. People were calling them like the next Beanie Babies. So of course, this isn't really about Easter, it's just about trying to drive TikTok Shop sales. So, certified slop, I give that one, a 7 out of 10. Let's see some more, once again for tweens.
I say it every year, the kids are never too old for an Easter basket. This year I decided to use these giant eggs from Walmart as their baskets. These are really hard to find in store, so I linked them in my Walmart storefront. This first one's for my 16-year-old son.
Linked.
I'm starting him out with a new pair of Crocs slides and a new pair of swim trunks for our upcoming beach trip. Then I'm adding this Dr. Squatch body wash, which smells amazing, and a new loofah. Some carrot cake truffles. I had never seen these before, and they look amazing. Some Nerds gummy clusters, which is his favorite candy, and I can never go wrong with fishing things for him, so this glide bait and some artificial worms. Then I got him these viral socks from the TikTok shop, and they are in my TikTok shop showcase. Then I got some of this fish attracting spray that he uses. Then some of the little mini Jesus figures that he can pass out wherever he likes, and these are also in my showcase. This cute little box of Tony's chocolate eggs, and some more Easter chocolate because you can never have enough. Also this little white chocolate deviled egg. Some of this Dr. Squatch lip balm, and of course a chocolate bunny. And that's his basket, and I was pleasantly surprised that the tops of these eggs do snap into place very well. Next is my 21-year-old daughter's basket, and I'm starting her out with this adorable pink bow hoodie from Hollister. Also these pink and white Birkenstocks, which are so stinking cute, and I know she's gonna love them. Some white chocolate covered pretzels, and she's a server, so she always has the cutest pins, so I found these 2 different sets of adorable pins. Also some Nerds gummy clusters for her, and some of the carrot cake truffles. Then I got her some of the Sol de Janeiro shower oil, and a new loofah. I also got her some of the same socks, and you can't see it here from the packaging, but they say he is first and I am second. Also some mini Jesus figures that she can bless people with, and I couldn't pass up this adorable set of tiny Marc Jacobs perfumes. This Easter egg chocolate pop, and I got her the Laneige tinted lip serum in peach glaze. A box of Tony's chocolate eggs, her chocolate bunny of course, and a white chocolate deviled egg. These are so cute, and I found them at Target.
So I cut that one a little early because it was continuing on with like more baskets. So a younger man and then a 21-year-old daughter. So it's kind of surprising if the 21-year-old daughter is still getting an Easter basket or if this is just the whole part of the, monetizing, let me make some content. This time it will be for a female. And she was really good about putting the brand like right there, like Dr. Squatch. And then showing off the Crocs. And make sure you show the Lind chocolate up close. And even one of the items she mentions, oh, I got this on TikTok shop and now I have it for sale in my TikTok shop. So it's just this like slop churn that's just never ending. And so it makes you wonder, is kind of the goal of some of this to get like a sponsorship possibly from some of these big brand names? And right off the bat, that plastic egg, we're going to see that everywhere. So it's not enough just to like actually get an Easter basket and maybe put some design and some thought into decorating it for someone that you want to give it to them. It's like just get this plastic egg and shove a bunch of crap in it. So the plastic alien slop Easter eggs, I give that one a 7 out of 10. And here we go again.
Let's make an Easter basket for my teenage daughter. Forget those like basket fillers with all that little grassy stuff. Use a blanket. Everyone loves blankets, especially teenagers. You can't go wrong with a fuzzy blanket. This one is really great. There's multiple colors. It has the fuzziness on both sides. And I have a Miyoki tumbler. These work so good. They're not going to spill, and there's so many different colors. This one is so great for spring. Bunny Lulu works great even for teenagers. If you haven't seen these, they're little bunny keychains. They're incredibly soft. They're made with real rabbit fur, like it was shaved off. Everyone loves these. Again, there's multiple colors, and they come in these little collectible tins. I also got her a little loungewear summer set. You can't go wrong with portable chargers for teenagers. I love the color of this one, the little ombre look, and it has this little paw print thing and it has the lights on it that show you how much power is left in this. Plus, this one will charge itself 2 times faster than any other one, and it charges your phone 2 times as faster also. I also picked her up several of her favorite like hand sanitizers. She's really been into coloring lately, so I got her another one of her favorite books and some new acrylic paint markers. I also picked her up one of these pink chargers. So this is a pink silicone phone charger. The silicone is so much stronger than those regular cords. And what's really neat about this one, if you can tell, there's a little vented spot on the charging port. That's to put essential oils in. Plug this in, it becomes an electric diffuser. So when you're charging your phone, you actually smell good. Do you need a scented diffuser for your charger? No, but how cool is this? And not only is it pink, but it smells good and it's long. Plus I just got her several of her favorite snacks. You have to have a chocolate bunny, but I also picked up these little shameless gummy snacks. If you haven't seen these, there's only 3 grams of sugar in a whole bag and only 70 calories. They're made with better ingredients than all those other gummy candies. If you want to make a basket like this or you're interested in any of the products, I will go ahead and link them here. These are all of our favorite things. She's absolutely gonna love this. I really think that you will too.
So there it was again, right at the very end. I have everything linked below, so just click down, buy it, add it to your cart, and get this slop sent to you. And what was really interesting about that is we saw that same little bunny that was like stuffed in a tin container, and she said it's a collectible container. Like, collectible for what? And the same coloring book that the other creator had linked earlier, so buy it from her instead of her. And of course the battery backup, the little external charger for, small electronics or your phone. And if you've been on like Amazon anywhere, you've seen where sometimes that thing will be like $9.99 or like heavily discounted, that one that has a little paw print in the corner. It's just like, how much more cheap stuff could you throw into that basket that's just coming from overseas? Maybe not anymore because of the tariffs. And besides the charger, also just a USB-C cable for whatever reason. But the only reason for that is probably because it's like a hot item that sells a lot as some sort of like smaller priced add-on or like impulse buy that's like all over these TikTok shops. It makes you wonder if you got that Easter basket as a gift that you were given and it just had that random assortment of just slop in there, would you even care? And like the blanket, you know, those are the same ones that you see everywhere. It's like heavily discounted. Probably totally polyester and just as cheap as they can possibly come. And the same thing, the mug, like the knockoff Stanley. I mean, the obsession with Stanleys was enough, but this is the cheaper, like, we have Stanleys at home version. Probably because it's ridiculously cheap crap from overseas that they can sell on TikTok Shop. And yeah, her final comment, these are all of our favorite things. It's like, really? Come on now. Really? I don't think so. So I give that one slop rating, I'll give that an 8 out of 10. And moving into this next one, I think this one was probably the most expensive. But wait, hit that free like button down below, subscribe so you can stay informed, and then drop me a comment. Are you participating in any of this Easter craziness besides just like a basket or something small of candy for the person you're giving it to? Like, are you getting to the level of gifts as well? Hopefully not TikTok Shop slop. Let me know. Now, back to the video. And this next one here kind of had me tripping a little bit because it included a gift that I was like, why is this even a gift? It's like, as parents, shouldn't you just be doing this already? Let's see what's available from this creator shop.
Let's make a special Easter morning surprise for my kids.
We usually do baskets, but I found these jumbo eggs
There's
for
those
$6.
freaking
And
eggs
honestly,
again.
I think we're just gonna use these from here on out every year. We love a good useful gift, and I found the cutest magnetic jars for the fridge. We're using this as a new little reward system for them, and I think they are gonna love it. My daughter's been begging for one of these water bottles that her friend has at school, so I decided to grab those for the kids, and then I added in some new
Plastic
painting
water
supplies,
bottle.
added some cute girly things, a sweet treat, and then tell me why every child is obsessed with these squishmallows. My kids both love those. We love experience gifts, so these golden eggs are for a one-on-one date with mom and dad. For my son, we grabbed this busy bag for restaurants. This is gonna come in major handy. Added basically everything we did for sister because you know it's gotta be fair when you're siblings. If you've never seen the flat to fast cars for little boys, oh my gosh, they are so cool and the perfect stuffer. I think we're gonna have some really happy kids on Easter morning, and I love how these turned out.
So once again, the squishmallows, the plastic water bottles, all stuffed inside a big plastic egg, you know, like some bunny ears, a sweater, more stuff that it's like, I think I would have just gotten that from my parents anyways. It's kind of like that whole getting socks for Christmas thing. It's like, shouldn't I just have gotten some socks like throughout the year? But the item that kind of surprised me in that one was she said the experience gifts. So inside that little golden egg, she said it was like a dinner with mom and dad or something like that. So I'm assuming if she had a boy and a girl, maybe it's like, you know, just one parent takes out one of the kids. But it's like, as a parent and a child, is that really something that needs to be a gift? Shouldn't you just be doing that? You know, wouldn't you be setting aside some times to be having those bonding moments with your child? And yeah, I mean, I would know, I'm a parent, and me and my wife do try to set aside times to just do those things. So that one kind of struck me like, seriously, like, well, why is that even included? But of course, if you need the plastic alien egg or the little squishmallow plastic water bottle, definitely hit up her Amazon storefront because she would love those affiliate clicks for this Easter slop content. And of course, there has to be Easter hauls videos, just like we saw around Christmas time with the Christmas hauls videos. Look at all these gifts I got for Easter. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it through this one.
Easter egg haul with Polite Society. We got a lot of stuff. So much. So let's do a haul. That's different. We got to make our own little bunnies. This is Blue Bunny. These are Polite Pops Butterflush Sticks. We got a lot, and I have some repeat colors too. Yes. I have to give some away, or maybe I'll do another gifting suite. It was a lot. I just let some go because I was like, well, I already have all these colors. We got new lippies, Big Mouth Lip Plumping Oil Gloss, and Glossy Lip Balm.
Lip gloss.
Chocolate with candy, chocolate.
Makeup.
I have carrots, but it's Cheeto carrot. Glamnetic, buttered yellow. Divi. Use their hair products. They help with hair growth.
Skincare
We have
products.
serum, an overnight toning body whip from Maylee's. When we got to the party, they shade matched us, and we got our perfect shades in the new bronzer and the foundation. But it has like a golden egg time. They had extras. Well, if you didn't get one, just DM me. I'll give it to you. It's in the golden egg. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Lip plumping oil gloss, but like a mini version. Very cool. And mascara. Cool. These are so cute. I'm in drunk.
Cosmetics
we got the demo.
again.
They cleaned my rings, and it turned out so shiny. Someone get her ring so she can use this. Hello? Time for the
Jewelry
golden
cleaning
egg.
kit.
Giant one. Woo! This is such a cute egg.
And a whole nother egg.
Here's a thumbnail. Peeps. Gotta love Peeps. Do you like Peeps? Pez. Classic Easter. I haven't had one of these since I was a kid. Oh,
This one actually has some candy in it.
I love these. I always use these before I do my makeup. Pink and purple. Parfum. Rose Era Sniff. Beauty blender. Tasting. Beauty blender case. And
Perfumes,
then
more cosmetics.
Setting powder. You VIP. That's really nice. Wow. Blue. Full size
Makeup.
mascara. Lip mask. Booty mask.
Wow, lipped and firm.
Booty mask. Booty cream. Yes.
Booty cream.
Yes, I did like this. These bags.
The
and
Easter
this
Bunny got you
and
booty
this
cream.
order. Thanks, Polite Society. The egg hunt was so much fun. Happy Easter, everyone.
So they were saying all those gifts in that Easter haul came from something called Polite Society. And Polite Society is like a cosmetics brand that's pretty big. And in one of the other clips that I'm showing here, they had like, you know, the Easter egg hunt for these influencers to come out, sponsored by Polite Society. So, you know, run around our fancy spot and be with all the other influencers and find these giant golden eggs and gather up all this stuff. But I bet there's some sort of stipulation where, like, after the fact, they are going to be, you know, kind of contracted out to make some sort of advertisement video like this. You know, it's all part of that content churn. But as an advertiser, it's perfect because it puts out a popular slop video like this, gets a whole bunch of views, a whole bunch of likes on TikTok, and guess what? Follow it down to the shop or take the affiliate link over and just start buying all these cosmetics from Polite Society. And unlike some of the other videos that we saw previously where they were including like at least something relevant to the idea in the religious aspect of Easter, that was like nothing at all. But it did include the booty cream. So I don't know if it's like, you know, put the booty cream on Friday and then wait until Sunday, you know, it is risen, remove the cream. Not sure what the point there is. So on the slop scale, I give that one a 10 out of 10. This next one kind of just stopped me here because I was like, man, if I was a little kid and I saw this, I'd kind of be freaked out. I don't want to see this.
Stick a pool noodle down some Easter pajamas. You want it on both legs. Fabulous. And now wedge on a cute shoe and pull this down. And now our little friend will stand. And now just put the shirt on. There we go. Next, I'm folding a paper towel and stuffing the arms so it looks nice and full. All right, this is the perfect amount of filling. Now I have a mop refill and a styrofoam ball. Place down some mop strings and using a U-pin, secure these in place. You want to get a lot on there. Next, place a U-pin into an ornament and push this into the styrofoam. Make sure it's in there really good. Next, attach 2 kebab sticks right next to each other and now spear the noodle and push the head down.
This is
Next,
nightmare
zip tie the
fuel.
legs for better balance. I like to do this after I place the styrofoam. And now we can pull this down again. Next, I have this cute hat. Add this to the styrofoam. Now I have a cheap egg tray. Tape the sleeves to the bottom. And I'll place some cheap plastic eggs in the slots. You can also hot glue these to make them even more permanent. Love it. All right, last one here. Okay, everyone. Now this is my little gnome who just decorated his eggs. Now I'm putting him in a corner because he's a little top heavy this time around, since a lot of the focus is right here, bringing him forward. But I'm obsessed. That really doesn't deter me at all from this craft. Also better if you have animals in the house. Let me know what you think in the comments of this one. I think it's so cute. And
Sorry, just give me a basket of candy. I don't need some spooky humanoid crafted bunny standing in the corner of my room holding eggs. And it just kind of had me wondering, was that meant to scare the kids? Like, is it supposed to be a surprise? I kind of got the vibe from that clown in the movie Poltergeist, if you remember, where he's sitting in his chair in the corner of a room and he keeps looking at it and looking at it and looking at it, and eventually it's not there. Yeah, that scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. So on the spooky slop scale, I do give that one a 9 out of 10. I know my kid would be freaked out if she saw something like that in her room. And kind of continuing along with like the WTF type moments that you see on TikTok for Easter, this one caused me to pause for a second too.
This is such a great and cute idea. This would be so fun to do on a Sunday morning, or you could do it on Easter, get the kids involved. It is so cute. You're going to take glazed donuts. You're going to take some easy frosting that's already made. You
We
don't
need
have
to
to
ban
get
that
crazy in
food
it. Add a
coloring.
little food coloring. And then what we're going to do is take some popsicle sticks, and you're going to have the kids write on there, or you can go ahead and write Happy Easter. You could do He is risen. You can put anything that you want to put on here. There's no right or wrong, or just your own little message. And then you're going to take some graham crackers. Then you're going to go ahead and put some of that frosting on there. You guys can see where I'm going with this. This is so cute. And then you're going to take half of that donut that you cut and put it right on there. That's going to act like the tomb. And then you're going to be telling the story to the kids maybe when you're putting this together. It's going to be super fun, super interesting for them. And then go ahead and put those popsicle sticks together with a little bit of tape and just take a Nilla wafer, and that will be the tomb door. And I just did some Easter sprinkles on there. I feel like all little kids would love making something like this. And then after, they could eat it.
Yeah, so when I saw this one, you know, we're going to make Jesus' tomb that he was buried in for 3 days before he rose on Easter. I mean, I just didn't know what to say. And I could see how people would have feelings either way. But also just kind of the way she said it, you know, you can make it and the kids will have so much fun then eating it. Struck me as weird. And I can see how content like this would cut the line perfectly between like the boomers who were super for it. Oh, this is such a good idea. You should do it. And then the other half that might be like, no, this is sacrilege. You can't do this. And just scrolling through the comments, it was kind of like that back and forth, back and forth. So that's the perfect engagement farm. And oddly enough, there was like multiple creators doing this exact same thing with the exact same ingredients in the exact same way. And you know, you don't just see this with Jesus tomb donuts on a graham cracker. This happens for everything on like TikTok and Instagram. One person makes it and then it just gets duplicated and copied everywhere. So yeah, what do you think about that one? Sacrilegious or not? So that dessert on the Easter slop scale, I think I have to give that one a 6 out of 10 because I could see how some people would agree with it and some people wouldn't. But it's not all terrible. There are some good creators out there that are posting some, you know, charitable acts. And hopefully I'm not getting duped by this and this is actually true, but who knows, I could be getting baited and I could be naive.
I find so much joy in serving my community, and my heart and ministry is in foster care. So come with me as I put together 20 Easter baskets for teenage girls experiencing foster care in a group home setting. These girls deserve the best of the best. So I have some incredible brands that partner with me on this to make them absolutely luxurious. Picked up 20 of these bright and fun baskets from Walgreens, and of course Easter grass. Bobo sent over their cuticle oil, which I love. Of course you need Easter candy for an Easter basket. I purchased my 2 favorite scents from Sol de Janeiro, and they matched me with their Bum Bum cream. I also did eye masks and Petal and Pup sent over
Butt
beautiful
cream for
necklaces. To get
teenagers.
unready, I got this headband and a reusable makeup cloth. I also got this little pack of makeup brushes I thought was so fun. Tarte sent each girl a setting spray, a bunch of different lippies and shades, and 2 different mascaras. Olaplex sent over their shampoo, conditioner, and bonding oil, and I finished it off with a little makeup sponge. I had so much fun putting together these self-care baskets for the most deserving set of girls. I imagine that a group home setting is incredibly stressful, so I want these girls to have just a little bit of peace and a big reminder that they are being thought of. This is only my second year doing this, but I hope and pray it can become an annual tradition, and I have to stop and say a big thank you to each of you. Brands are willing to participate in something like this because of the platform you have given me, and I don't take that for granted. These baskets aren't from me, they're from each of you, and I'm so thankful to be the vessel. I cannot wait to see the good we continue to do. Do we think the girls are going to like these baskets? I want to know your feedback. Love you.
So I do hope that's legitimate. You know, she's sponsored by brands to create these 20 Easter baskets for girls who are currently in foster care. You know, maybe the items in there weren't perfect. Like, what is the age of these girls? Do they really need butt cream? The butt cream really seems to be a hot Easter gift right now. But there was some things in there, you know, face wash, lotions, hand creams, makeup. There was some candy included. And so I really hope that is legitimate. You know, it's going to a good cause. I can see how that would lift the spirits of someone who was in a foster situation like that. So hope it's for real, more power to her. That one doesn't go on the slop scale. This next one here though is kind of blowing up, and I saw this one like everywhere. I saw other creators showing this one off too, and it's the same sort of situation. I think it's like halfway a bait video because she knows it's going to generate engagement. Pro level TikTok slopper right here.
Let's pack my daughter's Easter basket. I debated about whether I was going to share this video, and I can already smell the comments from here. I receive the most criticism on videos like this and my cleaning videos, and I find it very perplexing. I've been a content creator for a few years now, and I've noticed a disturbing trend. The moms who repeatedly expose their children to dirty homes, the ones that neglect them and mistreat them, those are the moms that are constantly going viral and have the most support. Their comment sections are generally full of encouragement and understanding. On the other hand, I am constantly criticized for doing nice things for my daughter. To my critics, did it ever occur to you that perhaps I'm trying to break generational cycles? When I was a child, my parents didn't do nice things for me. I didn't get an Easter basket, nor did I have birthday parties. I never felt special, and when someone did make me feel special, it was the wrong kind of attention, and I ended up pregnant at 19. My daughter will never be impressed by somebody's dusty son because me and her daddy have set the bar high, and we will continue to do so, despite what the critics have to say.
She closes that off with her daughter will never get taken advantage of because her and her husband have set the bar so high. I mean, I guess that's a good thing to say, but then that's kind of a bad thing to say. You know, are you making this idea of being taken care of and gift giving to like an unobtainable level? And her daughter looked pretty young, so it's like, is that really something you need to be working on like right now? I mean, she was still totally a kid, and she mentions how the only people that are blowing up on TikTok are these moms that like aren't taking care of their kids or being abusive to their kids in some sort of manner. And I mean, I'm not on TikTok a lot, but I don't see that anywhere. But also, as we're covering those items in the basket, the same coloring book, the same little face mask lotions, all those TikTok shop items. So it's like this video is blowing up, the engagement's going crazy. Definitely go down to that TikTok shop so you can get this stuff too. And that creator, she's like wildly successful, so it seems like all her videos kind of follow this. They all blow up, they all do well. She's probably raking it in. And you know, she had to be sure to show off like the room in there too, because she knows people are gonna go wild about that. Like, oh, you've spoiled your kid so hard. Look at all this stuff you got her in the Easter basket. She's got that huge room. Perfect content farm. So on the slop level, I'm giving that one a 10 out of 10 as well. Perfect. It has the rage bait, it has the engagement farm, it has the TikTok shop items, and of course had nothing to do with Easter besides just like an Easter bunny. They didn't even try to fit in any sort of like, you know, religious items or anything in that one. So I don't know, maybe I think too critically about this, but it's just a sad state of affairs on social media. We see this with every holiday, you know, Christmas probably being the biggest one, but now this type of stuff for Easter. And I can see how if you were a little kid and you were scrolling somehow on TikTok, you know, like you grabbed mom's phone or some classmates showing you stuff that they've seen before. Hey, look at this Easter haul. I can see how real quick you would start to be jealous or have some sort of warped expectation about what you should be getting for Easter. And it's like, why are you even getting gifts to begin with? I don't think this is going to slow down at all unless maybe TikTok does finally get banned. But But I did just see that they want to give it a 90-day extension, so maybe that's going to happen. But hey, free market, right? People are going to get baited into buying this cheap crap. If they're not getting it from here, they're getting it from Amazon or Five Below or pretty much anywhere else where you can find this type of stuff. So that does it for this one. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to like and subscribe so we can hang out again. Plus, it really helps new channels, so I definitely appreciate it. And if you have a question or comment, leave it below and I might feature it in one of my next videos. Plus, YouTube thinks you'll like this video right here, so give it a watch if you have a second. Until then, I've been Dustin Prime, you've been you, and people, remember, is this what Easter's really all about? I don't think so. So just be careful of the impression you're imparting onto your children during the holidays, especially Easter and Christmas. See ya.